Before I start, I want to say that the animation that you'll be seeing throughout the video was made by Haydin, and please go check out their channel, drop them a sub, check out the original video. I'll put a link to their channel at the top of the description. Alright, let's get into it. Yo, hope you're all doing well, this is Fetus. So, should Punpun get an anime adaptation? Looking at Reddit threads and comment sections, people generally seem to think it couldn't possibly work, or that it just most likely will never happen, and I doubt we're ever going to see an anime adaptation as well, although I never want to say never. The storytelling in the manga is so exceptional that I don't really know how a studio would turn that into an animation, and the character of Punpun would no doubt be incredibly difficult to pull off. Like, can you imagine Punpun with a voice? That would be so fucking weird. I think there could be potential in a sort of Who Framed Roger the Rabbit style of adaptation, however, where all the other characters are live action actors and Punpun's character would be the only animated drawn one, because I mean there's obviously no way to kind of do Punpun's character with a live action actor. I hope that, at the very least, I hope that's not something that ever happens. But yeah, a sort of hybrid animation live action series or just a movie, I think definitely has some potential. And I want to make something clear that I don't think if a terrible adaptation of Punpun were to ever happen that it would like take anything away from the original source material for me. I honestly think it's kind of dumb when a manga gets adapted into an anime, or an anime gets adapted into a live action movie, and the adaptation is ass, and then the fan base, or at least a portion of the fan base, starts complaining about it as if their entire series is now ruined because of a bad adaptation. That's just not how it works. I do get it if people get mad or angry or just really disappointed by an adaptation, that's totally fine, but yeah, like I said, it still doesn't take anything away from the original source material. And I also want to say that I'm very much open to having adaptations for that reason, that I don't think they take anything away from the original source material, because there's always the possibility of an adaptation being good. As much as you might think that like, oh no, they could never pull this off, you might still be left with something that you really enjoy, But I mean, there is the threat of, say, if Punpun were to get a shitty adaptation, live action or animation or whatever, there is always going to be people that go watch that before reading the source material, and that if the adaptation is ass, it might put them off from experiencing or reading the source or the original manga, which then might give a story a really bad reputation, which is obviously not preferable if you're a fan of a series. So yeah, the more I think of it, the more I kind of get why people get so upset over shitty adaptations. But from a personal standpoint, or from an individual standpoint, it still doesn't take anything away from you or the experience that you had when you read through Oyasumi Punpun. So yeah, my personal opinion, I'd love to see Punpun get an animation. I'd want to see if a studio can do it. I doubt a studio would want to adapt Punpun because it's so gruesome and just awful. It wouldn't be a very smart move if they want to actually get people to watch the anime, but regardless, I'd love to see it. I'd love to even see a live action, like I said, hybrid type of deal with it, whatever, because I think there is potential there. It would just require a very talented team. Let me know what you think. Do you think Punpun should get an animation or a live action film or anything? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. 90% of the people who watch my channel aren't subscribed. I'd really appreciate if you did that. It really does help out with the channel. Follow me on Twitter at fukurou, and yeah, that's about it. Have a good one. Peace.